My name is Richard Alexander. I'm the founder of the Sustainable World Project and author of the program Get a Life You Love, Get a World You Love. In this video, let's talk about selling, let's talk about money, and let's talk about the 8 stops you could experience in registering into this program. These 8 stops are, number 1, you don't get what's in it for you. You know, what value do you get? Number 2, you don't understand what is it? What is this program? Number 3, you don't understand how this program works. Number 4, you don't believe me. Number 5, you think that this program will not work for you. Number 6, you don't want to do the program right now. Number 7, you don't have the time to do the program. And number 8, you don't have the money to do the program. So, if you recognize one of these 8 stops, just stay tuned, we'll get to them. Let's first talk a bit about selling and about money. So, when I need to buy something, I go online, I go to a website, and you know, I can tell you, I don't like most of them. I think my standards are a bit too high. I see crowded websites, I don't know where to look, where to click. I see other websites with very little text and big colorful buttons seducing me to click on them. And I see websites with discounts and bonuses, and then there are websites who have like this countdown, they're counting down the hours, or they have limited products. And don't get me wrong, I don't judge the people behind those websites. It is just that I believe that all of this is not needed. See, if we offer a great product, why do we need all this fancy stuff? So I like, a straight approach. This is what it is. I'll try to make it as clear as possible. If you like it, you get it. So what I learned in this process is we don't like selling, and we don't like salespeople. Why is that? I think it is because we don't trust them. We don't trust the websites, the people, because somewhere we feel that they're pushing their agenda. And it's not about bringing value for me. So that's something that I wanted to do very different. For 2.5 months now, I'm building this online marketing system, and it has been a very interesting process. So that's a little bit about selling. I want you to know I'm not here to make money or to push my agenda. I'm really here because I care about you. My dream, my purpose is to get people a life they love, because I believe if a critical mass of people are living great lives, powerful lives, loving lives, I think then we can get a world we love. And that's just the most inspiring thing for me. That's why I get out of my bed. So that's about selling. Let's talk a little bit about money. Do we ask money for the program? Yes, we do. However, after a lot of going back and forth, I have decided to not make it mandatory. So feel free to try out our interactive events as long as you wish. I trust that when you experience profound value, that you will say, hey, this is really great. I want to pay for this. And it's at that time that you can choose. If you have the money, you can pay us with money. It's practical. We can cover our expenses. If, however, you're very tight on the money, or you have difficulties to leave this paradigm of scarcity behind, then you can pay us in kind. I will tell you a little bit more later in this video when we talk about possible stop number 8. I don't have the money. Thank you for your time. Okay, let's get started with the 8 stops you could experience in registering into our program. Stop number 1. You don't get what value this program can bring to you. So there are 2 things you can do. Option number 1 is that in a moment you can pause this video and you can scroll down to the footer on this page, and in the download section you will find our free ebook, The 5 Steps to Get a Life You Love and World You Love. Go ahead, pause the video, download this ebook, and in chapter 2 you find all the specific value. Option number 2, if you prefer that I tell you in person what value you can get, then you can click on this button here. It will bring you to a next video, and in this video I will tell you all the specific value you can get when you will participate in this program. The second stop you can experience in registering into this program. You don't understand what it is. So what is it? What is this program? The Get a Life You Love, Get a World You Love program is an 85-week online program. We have daily interactive sessions from Monday till Sunday at different times. We recommend that at least you go for 1 interactive event per week, preferably more, but at least 1. And in these events you will be empowered. You will find yourself being inspired. And when you're being inspired, you will think inspiring thoughts. When you experience love and joy, you will think loving and joyful thoughts. And these thoughts will lead to words, dialogue, will lead to action, and that will manifest all your personal goals and your society goals. This program is using a 450 plus page workbook with 255 modules with insights and assignments that will support you to transform your whole life. That's what the program is. So let's go to number 3. You don't understand how the program works. Okay, so let me give it to you. I will say 4 things about this. Number 1, in this program we have people from all over the world. Very exciting, different countries. And what you get is we're the same human beings. We read these real life stories, people are sharing about their lives, and you get, we are the same. And in that recognition, what will happen is you'll start accepting. You'll start accepting where you are. You'll start accepting where other people are. And this acceptance, as we have seen in the previous video about love, that leads to love. Love is unconditional acceptance. Now I'm just telling you, this is concepts, but in this program, in these events, you will experience it. Your experience of life will transform. And as said before, when you experience being loving and being, joyful, then all your thoughts, dialogue, and actions will align, and this will lead to you accomplishing all your personal goals and your society goals. Second way of explaining how this program works. In the events, we use real life stories, and what will happen is you will go like, aha, that is what I'm doing in my life. That is why I'm not able to attract money, or that is why I'm having problems in relationships. That is why I'm not happy at my job. You will get insight. And what it means is the belief systems which are guiding, which are governing your life, they're rooted in the unconscious. we're not so aware of them. We're not at all aware of them. And what will happen in these interactive events, those belief systems from the unconscious will become conscious. It's like a fish in the water. You will start, the fish can't see the water. It's about seeing the water. Like human beings, they can't see who they're being. You will start to see who you're being and how you're sabotaging your life. That means that the belief system has come to the conscious, and then you can make a new choice because now you're aware of it. So having merely one insight is not going to be sufficient to transform your life. That's why we made this program as an 85-week program. So we can go over it and over it and over it until you've become so aware of your pitfalls in life that you don't step into them anymore. That is the second way of explaining how this program works. The third way is, in this program, we have many change makers, people who want to make a difference in the world. So we're all coming together, and you will experience that there are, they're like, I think estimates are there like 1 million organizations worldwide working on creating a sustainable world. How exciting is that? So we will have a lot of people, and that will leave you with an experience of, holy moly, we are getting a world we love. Again, this will be so overwhelming, so empowering, so inspiring. It will impact you in your daily life and support you to manifest your personal goals and your society goals. Then the fourth way of explaining how this program works is, in this program we ask this one question, difficult question. This question is, what is present for you right now? So what do we mean with that? We mean, what are you thinking? What are you feeling right now? And then, when you're sharing what you're thinking and feeling, other people will just listen. And again, this gives access to acceptance of what is. As we accept what is, you're going beyond the mechanisms of the conditioned mind. Judgment, resistance, and again, you transform your experience of life. Those were the 4 points explaining how this program works. So let's now go to step number 4, which you could experience in participating in this program. Step number 4 is, you don't believe me. I can see 2 ways that I can win your trust. Option number 1 is, you need to get to know me a little bit better. So what you can do if you want that, you can pause the video in a moment, and then you can scroll down to the footer on this page. In the download section you find my short life story. If you read this story, you will get an idea of who I am and what we're doing. So if you want that, then go ahead, pause the video and download the short life story. Second thing I've learned, what we can do to win trust of people is we make the first step. We make the first step of trusting them, of trusting you. And only this morning I had an insight, and I decided I will simply already offer you the workbook. The whole work, basically, that's the whole program. If you want to download our 450 plus page workbook 1, then in a moment you can pause the video. Then you can scroll down to the footer on this page, and in the download section you can click on Workbook 1, Get a Life You Love, Get a World You Love. I really wanted to make this first step. I trust you. Thank you for your time. This was about possible step number 4. It was about trust. Let's move on to the 5th step you can experience in registering into our program. Stop number 5 is you don't believe that this program will work for you, or you don't believe that you can get a life you love. I've made a next video in which I will share in person how I dealt with this sabotaging belief system. I also believed that I could not live a life I truly loved. If you want to know more, then click on this button and it will bring you to this video. Thank you. Then let's go to possible stop number 6. You don't want to do this program right now. You don't want happiness right now. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. So what do I want to say about this? I think again I will make another video where I will share one of the most difficult moments in my life I went through, which finally led to realizing that I am worthy. See, if you don't want to do this program right now, that is about being worthy to get what you want. You know, if you like this program, you can afford it, you have the time, why would you want to do it in 1 year? You don't want to experience happiness right now, so it's very possible there is some sabotaging mechanism playing. So go ahead, just click on this button and it will bring you to a video. Possible stop number 7. You don't believe you have the time. So what do I want to tell you? I want to tell you, stop. Just pause for a moment. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and listen to what I have to say. When I was running my IT company, I was so busy. So if you don't have the time, I'm assuming you're a very busy person. Now, if you're living a life you love, fine, no issues. But if you've come till here and you're watching this video, I think there is something that you want for yourself. I remember when I was walking in the city, doing some groceries, and suddenly I became aware how rushy I was, how driven I was. And I was being in my head thinking, okay, I have to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to accomplish this. And suddenly I had this insight. I became aware like, whoa, if I keep on being in my head and running everywhere, I am missing my whole life. I'm never here, being present right now. I really hope that you value yourself sufficiently to make a bold commitment. And I promise you, when you make a commitment, all your other commitments will fall into place, and maybe you even realize that a couple of commitments is not what you truly wanted to do with your life. That's what I want to say about possible stop number 7. I don't have the time to do this program. Possible stop number 8. I would love to do the program, but I don't have the money. So let's talk about this. I'm sure that you understood by now that we don't have mandatory payment. So let's talk a little bit about this money part. If you think like I have a very small budget, I don't know, maybe you feel awkward also about taking a service without paying for it. So we've come up with an alternative option. Before I talk about it, let's talk about the possibility for you still to pay in money, and that you already create the first result out of the program before you even start, which is, how about you organize a fundraiser? So you create the money for this program. You create the money for getting your dream. And And how you could do it is you could create an inspiring goal, invite people over, you share with them like what you see possible, you inspire them, and then you ask them straight, straightforward. Hey, I would really like to start a school for the underprivileged children, and I would like to do this program. I think this program can support me in manifesting this goal. Would you like to support me? And you'll be surprised if you're honest, if you're authentic, and if it's an inspiring goal, not your next Ferrari. If it's an inspiring goal, people are so willing to support. So that's one possibility. Other possibility is you could go over to friends and ask them, what do you need? What kind of support do you need? Can I support you with that? Can you pay me for this so I can do this program? I can sing for you, I can dance for you. You can do anything which you're good at, which you love to do. And simply request people to pay you for that. So that's if you are interested in causing a breakthrough, causing a first result before you even start the program. You could raise the money. Option number 2 is you can pay us in kind. And what you could do is you could make a proposal, send me an email, and I'll respond to that. I'll give you one example. You could, for example, choose to pay us in good deeds, in doing good deeds. Every week you're doing 20 random acts of kindness. And every week you'll share these 20 random acts of kindness with me by email. And that could be the value exchange. You get a program and I get to read a wonderful email which shows me what all you've been doing last week. So that's about possible stop number 8. I don't have the money. Thank you for your time. So I've been talking a lot. These are the 8 possible stops in registering in the program. You are a wonderful person. You deserve to live a life you love. If you're inspired, just go for it. I think this is the best I could give to support you in the registration process. If you're ready, click the button on the screen, register for the program. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day and see you soon. Bye bye.